welcome back. Today we're going to another thrift store in New Orleans. This is, I think, the last of the footage we have from our New Orleans trip. And we were at a red, white, and blue thrift store. And we picked up lots of treasures to bring home to flip. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Margaret. I'm one half of the duo, Margaret and Juan. We are full-time resellers. We flip things on eBay, Etsy, Mercari, Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace, anywhere we can sell stuff to make a full-time living as resellers. And so if you're new here, I'd love to invite you to subscribe. So go down there and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're notified when we put out new videos or when we go live. And I get a lot of questions about how we are able to sell so much and all the different platforms we sell on. And I do use List Perfectly. And so if you're interested, this is a site that you can upload your listings and it will cross-post it onto all these different platforms that you want to sell on. It saves so much time. So if you're interested, there's a link down below. I have a coupon code and all that fun stuff. So the first thing I noticed here is this, what would you call this? A woolly mammoth or a mastodon? Is there a difference? This woolly mammoth slash mastodon plastic toy. And I tell you what, I used to get a lot of teasing from other YouTubers about me picking up toys, like not just toys, but like I would dig through like the plastic figures that live like little animals and stuff. But I tell you what, there are some that are worth so much money. And so, like for example, this, I say this wrong all the time, Schleich. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, but there are lots of different animals from this brand that can sell for a really good profit. A lot of them are horses, but they make lots of other animals that sell for a good profit as well. So as you can see, some of these, I have it set where it's showing all worldwide. I made a mistake when I was searching, but they are, they can sell for a good bit of money, whether they're horses or big cats or whatever. I know my kids have a couple of like dragons upstairs. Like here's one that's a dinosaur. And I have a video that I'm preparing and it's all about the different toys, like plastic figure animal toys to be looking for. And it's really easy to identify the ones that are worth money if you know what you're looking for. Like here's an example of just like a mixed lot of sharks from different toy makers. But you know, there's going to be that mom out there that their kid is into sharks and they're going to want a lot. So if you just start throwing them in a bag, the next thing you know, you've got a lot of little sharks. I know for a fact one of my kids was into like sawfish growing up, and I tell you what, it's hard to find a sawfish. Anyway, so here's a dragon. My kids have it's like a purple one with like 3 heads, but this one sold for $94. Here's another one that sold for $49.95. But the way to look at these is you're going to turn it over, and on the bottom it's going to give the year. It's going to say Schleich, or however you say that. And these are made in Germany, or they're German, made in China. But so if you flip them over, you'll be able to see usually the type of what the brand is for it, and you can look them up pretty easily that way. Next thing caught my eye was this little gnome ashtray. And he's got some damage. His nose and the top of his hat are kind of scuffed up. Not really chipped, but just kind of scuffed. But I just fell in love with him. Red tickets were half off, so $1.99 means he was $1. And I had to have him, honestly. But it's one of those things like looking it up maybe wasn't the best buy, because my guess is that he's going to be a made in Japan ceramic, and the ones I saw online really weren't selling for that much. There were a couple unusual ones like this dog head with the mouth that sold for $50, but they just weren't selling for a ton. But I didn't find any gnome ones, or if I did, they were more modern. They weren't vintage ones. So, but I thought, you know what, let me see if gnome stuff is still selling, because I know it was kind of hot. So there are still gnome stuff that's selling. This is from Gnomeo and Juliet. And then I saw that these antique garden gnomes, kind of like the ones that are cement, I guess, or cast stone, that are not painted. Some of those were really selling for a really good profit. I mean, the shipping would have to be quite a bit, I'm guessing. Oh, that one's fiberglass. And then I saw that there were some gnomes that were kind of like zombies, right? And those seem to be doing pretty well. Look at these zombies, Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Sold for $125, best offer accepted. So there's still gnome stuff out there that is selling. So when I do my research, I kind of go down the rabbit hole that way. Okay, well, this gnome thing isn't selling, but let me find out what other stuff. That way, just gives me something else, in the barrel for me to be looking for That way I feel like my search for that particular item isn't a waste of time, and I'm still trying to find something in that same realm, because obviously I was drawn to the gnome, so maybe, I think you get my logic there. Look at this little crab. Is he supposed to hold like a wine bottle or something? I think maybe. Tell me what you think. I thought he was pretty cute, but I did not get him. This was a little wind up. It didn't wind on that. The pumpkin, the glass pumpkin you see back there, I do get that, but for whatever reason, it's not. I don't show it in the video. Maybe my camera ran out before I had the opportunity to videotape that. So the next thing I see, those are glued on. Looks like somebody glued them on. I always like picking up these luminaries. I don't end up buying this one. I think blue was 75% off, so now I'm wondering to myself, what were you thinking, Margaret? Aha, but I do spy this little Pottery Barn dish, and as you can see on the bottom, it's clearly marked Pottery Barn. That's one of my brands that I say, if it's marked Pottery Barn, look it up, because it can be worth money. So here I did a search for just Pottery Barn plates to see what kinds of things might bring a good profit. And here's and this is the only one I could find of my exact one. It was up on Etsy, so I didn't find any sold. So it's almost like I get to name my own price. I feel like, because I didn't have it. There were none on eBay that I could find. So I kind of like it when it's like that, because, like I say, I can name my own price. Here are some other Pottery Barn plates. These are salad plates with the Easter graphic with a bunny, and it's a set of 4 that sold. Oh, it flipped too fast. And these are some like chargers, right? These silver chargers, that 12 of them sold for $345. That line crossed out means that best offer was taken. So what I've been finding lately is that that's the actual price. They cross it out, but the price was, I don't know. Tell me what you think about that. And then here are some more bowls that were a pretty good one. Now the wicker chargers, these sold for $139. That was a nice profit on those too. So Pottery Barn, put that in your arsenal of things to look up, and yeah, keep that on your radar. So that was half off $1, so 50 cents. I'll take it, and I'll probably end up listing it for about $20 or so. I just fell in love with this little chocolate covered strawberry. I didn't look it up or anything, but I just had to have it. Then take a look at this. So here's Campbell's Soup Kids, and this is a cracker tray. And this is something I definitely got, but I do know that with Campbell's stuff, there's stuff that's worth money and there's stuff that's worth no money. So I thought, well, you know what? Let's take a look and see what this is worth, and then let's see what other Campbell stuff I should be looking for. So here are the Campbell trays, the little cracker trays that in the box can be up to like $50, $55, Here's a couple others. This one without the box sold for about $20, so still a pretty good profit to be made there. But as you can see, look, some Campbell stuff, maybe not so much. $4, $8, that's not kind of the realm where I want to be, $11, $5. But there are some Campbell things to be on the lookout for. This is a light, oh no, this is a trash can. This is a trash can that sold for $75, but there's also like a lamp, a tomato soup can lamp. Oh, that's going to come up in a minute. Thought I had it in order, but I don't. So these spoons sold for $20. That's pretty cool. This Campbell Soup hat sold for $18. And also, let's see if I show you the light, because I know I had it on here. Here it is. Look at this. Tomato soup lamp sold for $1,200. You guys, okay, keep an eye out for that. But there are, the clocks sell for a nice profit. It looks like about $80 on some of these clocks. One is new in the box. And then there's Campbell Soup Kids plush that sold for $140. And then I have not seen these, obviously, or else I would have bought one by now. But I saw a number of these sold $1,300 for a Campbell Soup dress, kind of like an Andy Warhol style. And there were like 5 or 6, so it was maybe more, so it's not something that is just ultra, I mean, they're probably rare, but there was enough for them to have a number of them sold on eBay, so pretty cool, something to look for. I liked this, but I didn't end up getting it. I was like, what is that in there? I think it's supposed to be scented or something like that, but I liked it. Little Tykes. Okay, let's talk Little Tykes. It seems like I catch myself saying dime a dozen and then find out later that there's stuff for brands that I feel like, oh, that's a dime a dozen. There's so many of them out there that end up still being worth it. So I thought, you know what? I better look up this cute piggy bank pig and see if he's worth it. Well, guess what? He's not. He's not. But I thought, you know what? Let's see what Little Tikes stuff is worth it. And there's this blue roof dollhouse that is worth a lot. And then there's this other one that's like a Barbie size type dollhouse. But the blue roof one is the vintage one, as you can see. And then there's this like green adventure mountain that you can use for Hot Wheels and stuff. $150 on that. That sold. That was pretty cool. And then this beauty salon. Look how fun that is. It's all chunky lipstick and all that. How fun, right? So for $224. And now I saw, it wasn't the football, but I think it was a baseball at a garage sale. And the lady wanted $60 for it. But I didn't want to cough up that much money. But as far as the piggy banks go, there still are some Little Tikes piggy banks that can fetch a good profit. You know, like that blue one or this strawberry sold for $37. That was an auction. So it might have gone for more if they'd just done like list it and forget it. Look, there's mine, the one that I found. $12 on him. Oh, well, wah, wah. Sorry he had to stay behind. Oh, and this is the moment on the show where I'm going to do a giveaway. You guys, I love, love, love it when I learn things from the comments. So Upswing Vintage, I want to thank you so much for bringing something to my attention. So I said that I missed this pan, and I thought it was a pan for escargot, which it looks very similar to escargot pans, but Upswing Vintage let me know that this pan is an apple skipper. I'm not sure I'm saying that right. I'm pretty sure I'm not. But it's like a pastry pan for making these like pancakes that you fill, or like a pastry. See how they kind of look similar to escargot? These are escargot pans. This is what I was sharing last time. But that's not what it was. And I've never heard of this before. So apparently it's this like pastry that you pour in like a pancake and you fill it and all this. I'd never heard of that before. So, I mean, I kind of wish I'd gotten it for me because I love to play with it. So this is what they look like. And they can bring an okay amount of money depending on how much you're buying it for. So, and I was seeing that maybe like the cast iron ones go for a little bit more. So not worth a ton, but if you're picking it up for just a buck or two, a couple dollars, it might be worth flipping or just playing with at home because, gosh, that's fun. So my giveaway today is, if you are what you eat, then why not be sweet? I have Dolly cake mixes. So Upswing Vintage, send me an email at texasgaltreasures@gmail.com. Let me know if you want banana cake mix or coconut cake mix, and I'll send that with the buttercream frosting for you. And y'all keep those comments coming because, like I say, I learn things from y'all. Y'all can learn more from the comments, and that's just the way we learn and grow in this business and how we can continue to make a good profit on things, finding out new stuff all the time. I mean, you just can't have an ego and feel like you got it. You know everything. You know people like that just act like they just know it all. Well, I definitely don't. So I'm happy to learn something new. Thank you so much. All right, I took a look at this alpaca cookie jar, but I decided to leave it behind because I just didn't, y'all, a while back, I mean, probably about 8 years ago, I went cookie jar crazy, and I had so many cookie jars. It's almost like I don't want to see cookie jars anymore because I bought so many of them a while back. So the next thing that caught my eye was this guy. He is a zombie, and then it's Saints, it's NFL. I was like, this is amazing. What is this? So $3 on this guy. Okay, so Forever Collectibles and NFL, they have these Team Zombie. These are some sold, like the Vikings sold for $55. There was another that sold for $70. I couldn't find my exact one up on eBay, so I'm kind of excited about that. I did find it for sale here at Carol's Sports, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what the rest of the name of the store is, for $25.95. So definitely going to pick that up for $3 to put on eBay because, like I said, there wasn't another one just like him. There was a different Saints one, but not this one. I kind of like this one because he's got the big fleur-de-lis and he's just sitting on top and that hand is shooting up from underneath. It's pretty awesome. All right, next up are some snow globes. I got this SpongeBob one and this Cars 2 snow globe. Both of those work. The music works on them. They're filled really nicely. They're not cloudy. I need to find out, like, 'cause I see cloudy ones all the time. Is there a way to repair that? Because there can be really good money in snow globes. When I did a search for recently sold, almost every one that popped up were Disney. Even though I know it's more than Disney snow globes will sell, but there were so many Disney, and these are not sorted from highest to lowest. These are just recently sold Disney snow globes. There were quite a few. that sell for a lot of money. So it's worth looking up. This one's Oliver and Company, sold for $400, you guys. So it's worth looking up if you find a nice snow globe. The Cars 2 one I found it. I didn't find a sold on this one, but it's up for about $30. And I'm going to put a video in my listing so that the buyers can hear it. Same thing with SpongeBob. This one is up for $39. I don't think I saw a sold on that particular. No, I did. Okay, so look. Some SpongeBob ones sold for around 25, 30 bucks. Maybe that one didn't have one recently sold, but I got them anyway because they weren't that much. Look, this is the kind of stuff that I just cannot resist. It's adorable. Like, part of it's kind of bisque where it's not glazed, and then the little girl is all glazed in blue and adorable. And then $1.99, so it's half off, so that's $1. Yeah, I had to get it. That kind of stuff, it's like it might only sell for like $15. But I just can't help myself sometimes. I just love the little vintage stuff like that. That I left behind. Okay, now somebody's probably going to scream at me because I left Murano glass behind. But the base was all busted up. And so I didn't get it. So I might have made a mistake on that. This really heavy red bowl I also didn't get, which I'm sure somebody's going to holler at me in the comments as well. But I did a little research on the yellow Murano glass bowl, or I guess it's more like a basket. And I mean, I saw one similar that was up for maybe $20, so I don't feel too bad about leaving it. So this really caught my eye. My grandmother collected cranberry glass and other types of pink glass, but there's a lot of fake cranberry glass. At first I thought, oh, this is really pretty. Cranberry glass, it's etched, beautiful. So let's talk about cranberry glass. So here you can see there's a few different, that little vase, 18 bucks, that's a bud vase, so it's a little bit smaller. But as you can see, the cut glass on the cranberry glass can sell for a really nice profit. There are some cranberry glass pieces that don't sell for quite as much, but then there are some that can sell for really good money. So it's worth looking up the piece in front of you to kind of distinguish between, does it have ruffled edges? Is it, hobnail? There's all different styles. Just worth looking at. But so I'm thinking, okay, this is pretty nice, $2. I'm starting to put it over here, and then I notice up at the top right there you can see there's this like scratched off bit. So this is not real cranberry glass. So it's like a fake, what do you call it, a fake, but they like put this paint or something on it so it looks like cranberry glass, but it's not. So did not get it. You guys, I really appreciate y'all coming to hang out today, checking out the things that I picked up and the things that I will be looking for going forward. I've enjoyed hanging out, and again, leave those comments for me down below, and I will dive in and find one for a giveaway for the next video. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. I will talk to you on the next one. Bye, y'all.